Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we have a very special guest, and that would be Christopher the Builder. That's right, Chris, I have a special surprise for you. So if you have not been paying attention, you won't have noticed that Chris has been a bit rampant on his Instagram recently. But you know what is an issue for me? It's things like this. Remember this, Chris, when you were so desperate for your little house that Bob built?
Got a house viewing. We've got a meeting basically today and a house viewing with the builder that's building our dream house that we found.
Yeah, these builders, they're a bit of a waste of space. They go around building dream houses for people, If only there was some sort of qualification you needed to be such a thing, right? So when Chris went on Instagram recently to reply to somebody calling him a pedio, right? Chris replied with this: "You should at least learn how to spell, you reprobate. Future bricklayer," and laughing emojis. Oh, it's so hilarious because you are such a funny man. Honestly, taking the piss out of somebody wanting to be a bricklayer, I don't know what you might be thinking there, because the best people in the world, the most richest people with a lot more money than you do, have lots and lots of money, and they are bricklayers, brickies, builders, etc. Just like your hero Bob, right? He was a bricklayer or a builder, right? And he has his own show. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Right? You get it? He's his own show. And there you are, taking the piss out of somebody wanting to do that as a profession. Well, if we didn't have your bricklayers, you wouldn't have your dream house, you wouldn't have the mansion, etc, etc, etc.
Then the builder came back to us and said, actually, I've actually got a plot of land next door to that house with planning permission to build a really big 6-bedroom home on it, which will be actually 1,000 square foot bigger than the house that you wanted to buy from me. Are you interested? And we were like, yeah. Like, everything was saved, and we're like, oh my gosh, let's go. So we've been pushing ahead with that in the background, only to find out, literally just to find out, that the land isn't suitable for the house that we want to build in it.
It'd have to be small.
Which sucks, because it means that the house would have to be smaller than we want it to be. So, long story short,
We're back to square one.
We've sold our house.
Why can't I find the picture? I've spent this whole time looking for the picture of the...
So basically we're back to square one. We're looking for a plot of land to hopefully build this house on, this dream house, because it has to be that house. It's got to be that house that we fell in love with, just in a different plot somewhere. Or there has to be that same house-esque, pretty much 100% ticking all them boxes for that same house somewhere else that we're going to find. But at the minute, there's nothing on the market that remotely resembles it.
As I said, Chris, who's going to build this house, this mansion of yours? If it wasn't for builders and bricklayers and architects and stuff like that, the very same people you seem to think is funny. It's so funny. People wanting to do that as a profession, ironically, a lot of them have much more money than you could ever dream of. Absolutely insane moron Chris is, isn't he? Let's see this one more time, because I, for one, thought it was hilarious. But apart from that, that's not the only thing that he was doing on Instagram recently. He was having an absolute whale of a time. And no, I'm not referring to Sarah, but this person said under one of his posts, filter, and Chris replied, "Boring old spiteful hag." You absolute melon of you, right? Melon that you are. Because calling somebody a spiteful old hag, it doesn't come across very well if you're a lovely businessman of your pedigree, does it, Christopher? All those people that go to your business page, because don't forget, this is on his business page, and they come to him thinking, I know, let's see if Chris is this wonderful businessman who is very professional, and he can teach us how to be a professional business person, right? But no, he's going around calling women hags online. He's an absolute moron, honestly. Absolute moron. But it got worse, right? So this is the same person, and they've commented with a clown emoji, and Chris replies, "Clown, you came to my page to comment something negative when you're not even following me, and you're also a hag yourself." Laughing emoji. So who's the clown? You're killing it, Chris. Absolutely killing it. Your fans must be so devoted to you that they haven't clicked away by now. Jesus Christ. You're an idiot, an absolute moron of a person. I'm sorry, right? But to go on somebody's account or to reply to somebody who just comments something to you and just call them an old hag and just having a bit of, well, I'd say banter, but it's not really, is it? Let's be fair. Then this person comments, "You'd think you'd be able to afford a new pair of kecks then." Oh my God, please. Okay, I just have to break character a second because I hate that word. I do. Kecks. They mean trousers. Okay, trousers. Yeah. Sorry. It's just, maybe it's a me thing. Anyway, those ones will walk themselves to the wash before long. He's talking about the brown ones, you know, the ones that we've all seen. Yep. And Chris replies, "So because I like brown pants, that means I only have one pair?" Okay. You're an idiot, Chris. You're an idiot for two reasons, right? Okay, because as much as I've just said, I hate the word kecks, right? Pants refers not to pants in this country, you know? I mean, I don't know if you realise, but we're in the UK these days, and that just means underpants. I don't know. I don't know what you wear underneath your trousers, but, you know, anyway, just a me thing, possibly. I don't know. But what you're trying to say is that you have multiple pairs of the same brown trousers. Is that what you're actually trying to tell us right now? Because, you know, I'm not so sure they make as many of those same kind of brown trousers as you would like them to do. Anyway, one more. Shall we go for one more? Right. So this was an example now of just how easy it is for people to be influenced by Chris, right? Influence, and that's an important part, because this person says, "Is this a scam?" And Chris replied, "You're a child that's probably not old enough to even be on this platform." Oh, Chris, absolutely fantastic comeback that is. Oh my word. You're though, Chris, you understand, Mr. Home Educator. So this person then replied to that accusation of being a child by saying, "Nah, I'm actually not." Again, good comeback. That was spot on, straight to the point. Love it, absolutely love it. But somebody else weighed in, because they got to get involved. You know, Chris is having a go at somebody. Get involved, get yourselves involved. It's great fun, great entertainment. And so this person said, "Nah, it's not a scam." Again, lovely comeback. Well, not a comeback, a come forth, if you will. And the original poster said, yeah, you do it then. If it's not a scam, you do it, basically. And then this person, the other person that's not Chris, has replied to that and said this: "You're a child, so you wouldn't know, so you shouldn't be on this platform." Right? So that being my point, right? Okay, this person thinks that they are a child because Chris has said you are a child, so their fans say, yeah, you're a child. That person wasn't a child. if you looked at their profile, there was no indication whatsoever of them actually being a child. And yet Chris says, you're a child. So when iFam comes on and says, yeah, you're a child. But they weren't. That's the issue that I have with that, is because Chris is this one amazing god, you know, that everybody must follow, everybody loves, and must adore. Even if he's lying to fuck, they will still follow him and say that, yes, Chris, you are right. And yeah, that's what influencing does, right? So if you're going to be an influencer, you need to take care and attention and, you know, be nice with it, and, you know, be careful with the influence that you have, despite them saying, oh, we're not influencers, we don't influence people and things like that. Anyway, right, one more, because Chris, he couldn't help himself.
Oh my gosh, my emotions are crazy right now. I'm blaming the hormones. Chris just got back for us to go home, and I literally can't go. Crying is too much. Ow. I'm literally feeling so emotional. I can't even talk. I want to explain how I'm feeling, because I think other people could potentially relate, and I want to know if it's normal I feel like this. But I don't think I can say it. Oh my gosh. Oh, little Ted. Don't cry. I can't even look at it, it makes me feel even worse. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna try and calm down. And I'll fill you guys in when I get home.
So that was Sarah pouring her heart out about how upset she was about the whole getting her tubes tied and everything, right? And whilst Sarah did that, all Chris did was take that film and made a reel out of it, and you know, for content purposes, it was great. Somebody called him out on that though, which was also great. Imagine your wife pouring her heart out to the whole internet about how unhappy and distressed she is, yet all you want to do is film her and post this, which is absolutely spot on. Why would you do that? This is my point, you know, throughout the whole vlogging of said incident, you know, everybody was having a go at Sarah, and I get why they were, but my main issue is with Chris taking that content and just putting it out there when it should not have been. And it's Chris's response to that, I think this says it all, really. All Chris was said was laughing emojis, and then he said, "Alright, mate." So that's his way of saying, yeah, whatever. He didn't really have a comeback to it, and that says a lot, really. He may think that that was his amazing comeback, but it actually wasn't. It just basically said that he's a prick, basically, and he will post something that he sees fit, because, you know, you gotta monetize as much as possible people's pains in life, whether it be your children or indeed your distressed wife. And I know people are, you know, have differing opinions over what Sarah said and did that day, but what Chris did was completely out of order, so we must never forget that. Yeah, so that was Chris over the past week or so. Yeah, he's been a legend in his own right, and he's now Chris the Builder. Chris the Builder, can he fix it? Fucking no, he can't. Jesus Christ, no, never, ever. So yeah, until next time, have a lovely day. Give me thumbs up, both of them. Comment all your thoughts about this down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. We are heading towards 10,000 people in my little bubble. Get me to 10,000 before Christmas. We have a party, a joint party, a celebratory party, and a Christmas party. I guarantee it. Now, until then, thumbs up, subscribe, please. Until next time, have a brilliant day. Take care of yourselves and goodbye.